very few US politicians who know how to properly utilize social media. Unfortunately, Donald Trump was one of them. However, John Fetterman is quickly proving that he knows how to use social media to not only push his political messaging, but to essentially destroy his political opponent. Now, on Twitter, he's been going after Dr. Oz, and he has been ruthless. They're both running for Senate in the great state of Pennsylvania. And so recently, Dr. Oz tweeted this. This is from last week. He said, I had an informative discussion about the worst supply chain issues the company has experienced in 39 years. We need to stop Biden's war on American energy and allow our communities and businesses to thrive again. I'll be a voice for you in the Senate. And so John Fetterman quote tweeted that and decided to use this hilarious image. My dream construction truck, really operate and dig, experience the fun with the digger, right? Just kind of like mocking him. And Dr. Oz deleted the tweet, which I think is hilarious, just so funny. And the list goes on and on. In response, again, he deleted the tweet. John Fetterman also called Dr. Oz out for misspelling his own hometown when he announced that he'd be running. So he did that, and let's actually fast forward to graphic 4 here. How do you do, fellow Pennsylvania residents? And it's like an image of Steve Buscemi
from 30 Rock.
From 30 Rock.
People gotta know that's where that meme's from. Greatest comedy I've ever seen.
I love it.
TV show.
And he keeps ratioing Dr. Oz while doing it. Here's another example. So it's a Salon tweet that says Dr. Oz invests up to $715,000 in companies he blames for skyrocketing insulin costs, which isn't surprising. In fact, I think there are probably plenty of politicians, both on the Democrat side and Republican side, who have done this. And in response, John Fetterman tweets an image of the hot dog saying, "We're all trying to find the guy who did this," which I love. But like, I wanted to highlight this because I think it's really, really important to understand what tends to resonate with people, because I think in the early aughts, earnest passion to speak out against the opposing party was effective messaging. But I feel like that earnest, passionate argument doesn't really resonate anymore. In fact, if anything, it seems to empower the right wing more, because all they seem to want to do is own the libs. So if you're enraged, it does. You should be enraged. A lot of the stuff that they do is awful, right? But you have to put that aside and think about, okay, what is the most effective way to message? And right now, I think mocking these people works a lot better than being offended by them, if you know what I mean.
It's a good point, because Dr. Oz is a joke, so treat him like a joke, right? He's a joke. He is running on a as Fetterman's been pointing out, where does he even live? 2, he is running on a medical freedom platform, as there are no vaccine mandates in this country. There are none. The Biden administration implemented, and now, whatever. But at the time, the Biden administration implemented a vaccine mandate for companies with over 100 employees, or you had to be tested. That wasn't even a vaccine mandate. You just had to be tested, even if you were unvaccinated. And so now we're moving into a time period in this pandemic where literally everything's open. I'm here in socialist Brooklyn or whatever. Everything is open. Concerts, sporting events, whatever you want to see, Broadway shows, they're all open. There is nothing that is closed. And so the salience of his campaign, what even is it? Medical freedom? There's no there. And he's a reality TV show host who doesn't have the ability to communicate that well, in my opinion. He's no Donald Trump. And he's also just like not convincing as a Republican in the way that they want. There also was a video of him trying to shoot a gun that he had in the primary. And I saw people responded to me on Twitter or someone else saying, I'm a gun expert and he is like terrible at this. And I've never shot a gun in my life. I'm not into guns, but I saw him shoot it, and I was like, no, there's no way he's ever shot a gun before in his entire life.
No,
so, he's just not that good at this, and so you can exploit that by treating him like a joke.
Yeah, so Dr. Oz and his people said this is a good opportunity. Let's jump in and do something about this. Let's watch this ad.
And the mayor, whose most important responsibility is to keep citizens safe, should never give up on the city they represent. Unfortunately, that is exactly what Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney is doing. He gave up on Philadelphia a long time ago, but recently he admitted he will be happy when he's no longer mayor. Kenney's lack of leadership has resulted in out-of-control crime and dangerous streets. I'm here to speak truth to power. Kenney should resign immediately before more lives are lost.
Well, he may agree to that. But so this is where John Fetterman then jumps in and he tweeted this out. He said, pro tip, don't film an ad for your Pennsylvania Senate campaign from your mansion in New Jersey. As Cenk pointed out there in that takedown from Dr. Oz, he had a little bit of a sliver of his background there, which looked a lot like the backgrounds of his mansion in New Jersey that was also outlined and detailed in People magazine, on internet and everywhere. So there's some details about that mansion because it's got 6 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. It also contains a basketball half court, why not a full one, movie theater, wine cellar, and a gym. It's not even the only mansion that Dr. Oz actually owns. So Fetterman then pointed that out with that tweet, but then he also said this as well. Let's watch.
Hey, People magazine.
Welcome to our home.
Come on in. The original owner had gotten it from King George III. Come on down. We hit the basketball court around the corner.
People in Pennsylvania tell me they can't go on vacation this summer. Folks you mentioned are going off to these beautiful houses, second and third houses they've got hanging out. But that's not what's going on with many people in Pennsylvania.
Well done, John, but there's more. Watch one more.
This is John Fetterman. It's a fundamental choice that we have here. I only got involved in politics to make my town, then Pennsylvania, a better, safer place. He just moved here to run for office.
Dr. Oz moved in with his mother-in-law to qualify for the race.
Do you want someone that's all about North Jersey? Look, he's not one of us. He says he'll fight for working people. Okay. Hey, Doc Hollywood, save your money. Pennsylvania is not for sale. I'm John Fetterman, and I approve this message.
It's a weird position to be in, kissing the ground like that they keep showing from Dr. Oz. And also, he's got my vote. Look, he's got a hoodie on. It's gonna work out for everyone.
Yeah, for Fetterman, yeah. So, look, first of all, keep it real. Dr. Oz definitely lives in New Jersey. He's not living with his mother-in-law in Pennsylvania, okay? He's got that giant, beautiful mansion. I checked out that video from People magazine because of this story, and I was so jealous. Keeping it real. I too one day want to have one of these houses. I always see it with the rich. 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms.
I always wondered that too.
Why do you need more bathrooms than bedrooms?
I suppressed that thought because I was like, nobody's gonna listen to me because I must be the crazy person.
Maybe it's because the wealthy are so full of crap. They're like, no, 7 bathrooms will not do it. I need 8
bathrooms, I guess.
I need 8 bathrooms at a minimum. Okay, that's in one of his mansions. So, and as I watched the video, I was like, damn it. Because we're both Turkish American immigrants, we're actually really similar except for the politics, right? So he loves basketball, I love basketball. He's like, I had to get this mansion because it actually has a view of the Hudson River and I love the view of the ocean. I'm like, I love the view of the ocean, right? Or the river, the water, you know? Mm-hmm. And it on and on. But then he's a Muslim American immigrant and he joined a party that hates Muslims and said they wanted a total ban on Muslims. What? Okay, so I'm out with Dr. Oz to begin with, but Fetterman is kicking his ass. I mean, my God, that's how you run a campaign, man. All the other Democrats are so soft, they're pudding soft. And Fetterman comes in with his hoodie and his regular outfit, and he's like, look, this motherfucker's a millionaire who lives in New Jersey. I'm not gonna tell people. See, politics isn't that hard. You just tell people. You make your case. I think he's gonna be up by 10 or 12 any day now. Like it was supposed to be a close race. The current holder of that seat is a Republican, so the Republicans are supposed to have an advantage. I don't think so, man. I think Fetterman's gonna maul him and send him back to New Jersey.